on the night.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofina1, bringing you guys in another YouTube video. So there was an article discussing how indie titles were changing the way major games are made. So someone that the people interviewed, Tim Sweeney, states there's much more potential in creating new types of games rather than building a gigantic team to extend existing known games. And when I sat down and kind of thought about that, I was like, in a sense, that is kind of true. There's plenty of titles, that are struggling because they are the exact same thing over and over, and there seems to be no type of, diversity. For example, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a perfect example. Rocket League, Goat Simulator, and many others. People are getting together, with these smaller teams, and they're creating phenomenal games. Stats show that at any time there are more than 800,000 active players on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And to be honest with you, a lot of the bigger companies, they're lacking a lot of quality. They make a lot of these games, they rush them, they're not finished, it's a lot of bugs in them, and it's constantly an issue. And so I feel that a lot of these smaller games and indie game titles, because they don't have the funding, they don't have as many people working with them, they don't have a lot of these, I guess you say, luxuries or privileges that a lot of the bigger companies have. So in the end, they have to take more time to create better quality games. And then plus, if you're an indie, game developer and whatnot, and you're trying to make games, from the jump, I feel like right from the start, you're thinking, this is my one shot. I might not get another chance to be able to create another game and it get known. So I need to try to put my all, I need to try to put, as much effort into this game. So when it does get a chance to get on a platform, people will like it, it will blow up, blah, 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 blah. And that's the thing that I think a lot of the bigger companies lack, is a lot of them have gotten comfortable with, basically being on top for years, that they start putting less effort into stuff, It's almost kind of like you could say, in a sense, like a YouTuber. Beginning, you're grinding, you're trying to push through, you're trying to, make high quality content, the best type of content. But as you keep going, you start to realize, what type of content your audience genuinely likes. And then, it just kind of goes from there. And then sometimes people's content quality decreases because it's like, one, it's the same thing, so they know what they need to do, and two, they know that they have an audience or a group of people that will watch them. So it's kind of the same thing with gaming companies. I said a lot of them are making their games with content, less creativity, more microtransactions, and just overall the indie games, they're putting in more work. Games like Call of Duty have seen a 50% decrease in its sales. So although it sold 2 million copies, supposedly worldwide, but 50% decrease, that kind of lets you know that, or should let the company know that they need to change stuff around. Sometimes it kind of just means that certain games are beginning to get played out. People are getting sick of them, and maybe that company needs to try and move into a different direction, or just maybe open up a new type of game, or change the way that game is, because it's just dying out. So those are my thoughts on the whole. Indie games could be basically taking over the world in terms of video games. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fin Army.